people who are familiar with ARRI know, the company was founded in 1917 by two very young gentlemen, August Arnold and Robert Richter. They were both teenagers, and they actually needed court permission to start the company because they weren't of age at that point in time. It was sort of an early 20th century garage foundation of a company. They were film enthusiasts. They had copy machines. They were involved in lighting and also in cameras. They had cameras of other manufacturers and tried to improve them. And at the same time, they were cameramen. And there are very nice stories, actually quite nice anecdotes as well in those days. A year after founding the company, they did a movie called The Black Jack, Der Schwarze Jack. It was a very short Western movie. And when the film had its first screening, they actually filmed the people waiting in line to see that movie. And an hour or so later, they came back and they had actually biked back to the Türkenstraße, where we are today, and they developed the film and brought it back. And so, to the surprise of those people who had just watched the film, they came back and showed these people waiting in line. But that was a big, big thing in those days.
Especially Arnold probably was. I unfortunately never had the chance to meet him in person. Was never afraid in going into new applications. It was camera, it was lighting, it was laboratory equipment, it was medical, but on medical it was an OEM business, so we supported General Electric, Philips, Toshiba, Siemens, all the big names uniquely with our cameras. And probably the reason why we all enjoy the 100 years anniversary in good health is that we stay concentrated, listen to the industry, and probably that helped for the outturn, and never were afraid to do something new.
Looking at 100 years of ARRI, of course, 90 or so years were analog, and only the last, 5 to 10 years have been really digital.
I think everybody in the industry and also within ARRI knew that an analog film would not last forever. It was Avatar which changed also the situation overnight. People like Scorsese, who never touched digital, well, they touched digital, for example, on Hugo, because they wanted to experience 3D, and it was a wonderful experience for them and for us and for the audience. He had luck and were very well prepared because at the time 3D was requested. We had the Alexa in our arms, and so we provided it, and we know that it was not that unsuccessful.
I think it's important to see that there were a lot of changes that came with the digitalization of ARRI. We tripled the amount of people working in R&D in camera systems, in our business unit camera systems, over the last 5 years or so. We have software engineers now working in Stephanskirchen where we had none just a few years ago. So we're in the midst of this process. It's an exciting part of the ARRI history, but the digitalization is a huge challenge, but I think it's also a huge opportunity for ARRI.
It is time, I think, to consider the whole technical process of filmmaking and then to rethink what should be the contribution of a camera capture system. And what is the whole system? Not everything needs to be in camera. It could be distributed. We are living in a world where cloud, whether we like it or not, will have impacts due to higher efficiencies. And then there are obviously things like augmented reality, virtual reality, where our industry is figuring out where these technologies can help in the storytelling process. And I would not mind if we would not only be representative in the storytelling. So probably virtual reality has a lot more to contribute in documentaries or related applications.
Programmable light, of course, is a means that we are still, I think, discovering at this point, and there are many opportunities for developing even better devices for the future.
We need to monitor longer-term technologies, applications, and shorter-term competitive offerings. And then we need to rely on our great staff. So stay focused, but don't be surprised if things change dramatically, and come with solutions.
I think we stick to what the founders brought to the business, which is a passion for this industry, a passion for making things better. And 100 years later, we're going to do something that we can do very well, which is party, celebrate. The actual anniversary is on September 12th. So September 12th, 1917 is the day when the two young founders of the company actually moved into this shoemaker's store in Türkenstraße. And we'll certainly have a little celebration here in Munich in the Türkenstraße as well. And I think we're very excited for something which we won't say too much about, but we have a number of interesting interviews and other things that we have prepared over the last months that we will be then putting online during the year 2017, and I think that's something to look forward to.